Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Hari Om Swamiji. I'm going to show how to add files to the from the external hard drive to the iPod. So in my Finder application, if I see that in my Finder application, I have added I have inserted one USB drive, so it will show up under devices. So under that devices, if I click on the Mandukya directory, so I just have 5 MP3 files to showcase that how do I add these files to the iPhone. So before I can add to iPhone, first thing I have to do is I have to add them to the iTunes library, and then from iTunes library I have to sync them up to the iPhone. So one thing that I have to find out is these mp3 files, whether they already have information about the album and the who is the author and all. So to do that, I'm doing a right click, that is I double click on that, and then I get to this get info. I click on this get info. Then when I see the get info, I see that this following information is there. This is the album is already set as Mandukya Upanishad chapter 1. Title is chapter 1 talk 1 introduction. This is for the first file. The authors are Brahmachari Prabodh Chaitanya, and this is important in the sense that when I add them to the iTunes library, they will show up under an album called Mandukya Upanishad chapter 1. If they don't have an album in this get info screen, that means that the when we add the file to the iTunes, it will show up under unknown album. So anyway, so let's get started by adding them to the iTunes library. Now I start up iTunes by clicking on iTunes here. So it is syncing up the iTunes, but I can always say cancel the sync. And to add to the library, I click on the under iTunes. Under iTunes, I click on the file and add to the library icon, and then I click on the Mandukya directory. So if the device is not selected, I first select the Kingston directory, Kingston or the whatever the external hard drive would show up here. Then click on the Mandukya, and then I have to select all the files. Now there are, depending on the settings, this might be looking like this, or this might, the directories should look like this, or it can look like this as well. So there are 2 or 3 ways in which this Finder window can show the directory contents. So here I select each of them by clicking on the command button and then clicking on them. So once I select all of them, I click open, and then here we can see that it is copying all the all the 5 items, and it is done. Now, because it was added to the library called album called Mandukya Upanishad chapter 1, if I see that, then I can see that all the 1 2 3 4 5, all the 5 uh, mp3 files got added to this library. Now once they are added to the library, what I have to do is now I can go on, select, and then sync to the iPod. So to here I show as iPhone, but I think when you connect your iPod, it will show as an iPod. So once we select the iPhone, there it will show all the, there will be all the options for that iPhone or iPod. We can click on the music, and in the music it will show all the options should be here for sync music. I think, Swamiji, if I remember, we had set up this option that we should sync music with the iTunes, and we can set up such a way that we can select what artists that we want to select automatically, or we can say that in the bottom there are all these albums, and then we can say that we want to get that album. Like for example, this album was Mandukya Upanishad chapter 1, so I'm kind of I'm selecting Brahmachari Prabhu Chaitanya Mandukya Upanishad chapter 1 in the album section. In the this is in the iPhones under music, and then if I when I say click apply here, that means it will get added to the iPhone or iPod. So it will now it will say preparing to copy items, and it will then copy everything to the iPhone of all the selections that I have made here. We'll try to sync. I think that's all there is to it, to this Swamiji. After this, we could go to once the syncing is done, there will be, I think, an icon here that would say that to either eject the icon, the phone, or we can always click on the library button, and then we can always eject the iPhone or iPod here after the syncing is complete. Hari Om Swamiji.